Previously in Neofeud, Sybil went to the country club to convince her father Warren of her ideals, but this fell on deaf ears as usual. During the G8 summit, Sybil spoke to the other heads of state and helped Karl and Protege sneak into the fulcrum. However, Warren suddenly died of poison and General Walker enacted a coup. Fortunately, Karl and Protege killed the coke job soldiers in the throne room and got the other Neofeudals permission to use the Garden of Forking Paths. So many prisoners, eugenics experiments, robot junkie, yo, there's so many!
What is this place?
This is the Fulcrum Research Facility. This is where the Golem Project was founded and carried out, where Noah Goertzel worked for my family for years.
This the crib I was born in? Where Pops manufactured my main brain?
Yes, Proto. You spent your alpha and beta test days in one of these cells to ensure you were viable.
Wait, if I kicked it as a shorty in this top secret lab, why come I don't remember none of it?
It's standard procedure for all for all sentients to have their hardware and or wetware formatted to factory settings before shipment.
What? What you trying to say? They wiped my brain board like an Etch-a-Sketch before flushing me down the toilet?
Yes, they didn't want any...
Any what? Any chromes or frankenfreaks spilling to the news about how they was jammed full of needles and trodes and dissected like a fucking science frog for some egghead's experiments?
Essentially, yes. Although whistleblowers are generally marginalized by corporate state-controlled media as tinfoil conspiracy theorists, then assassinated.
So as if they flacked up the memory wipe, I would have just been thrown in the loony bin then? Recycled? That shit's supposed to make me feel better?
I'm sorry, Proto. It was horrible. What happened still happens here. I'm sorry I didn't do enough at the time, Proto. I really am. But if we can get to the Garden of Forking Paths, if we, the Egalite Cooperative, succeed, we can change all of this.
We better get going. The coke jobs can't be far behind.
Looks like one of many products cybernetic transgenic hybrid experiments created by Hype Tech. Prototypes on the way to creating artificial superintelligence, the Ubermensch, the perfect post-human. There must be thousands just on this floor. Allegedly, there have been millions of tortured, killed, dissected, treated like lab rats. It makes perfect sense why the goertzel-takeda consciousness test is rigged to declare these sentient beings as non-people, with all the rights of a stray cat or cow in a slaughterhouse. The liberals and pro-sentient rights would pull all support if they realized virtually all these lab rats are thinking, feeling individuals. That guy looks familiar. That guy looks just like Talos. Wait, that looks just like the crab lady from before. What the fuck? Wasn't that... I know that guy too, that junkie dude. What? I think I've actually seen some of these guys before. The hell? This is actually kind of scary. Several buttons on the elevator control panel. Why are so many? That's too many to deal with, man. Exit. Apparently there's... only G is supposed to be the correct option. What if I press P1? Can't go back to the palace throne room. Correct jobs will be coming for us. F1? Seriously, how many maps do you flesh out here? The doors won't open. Looks like they're stuck out as level. Maybe this is the floor to get those mobile research platforms, so we don't have time for this. I have time to visit the inmates. We can emancipate the eugenic slaves after we gain control of the Garden of Forking Paths. G2? Says access denied. Whoa. Even more secret than the garden?
What is this place? Is this the Garden of Forking Paths?
Looks Cthulhu-like.
I'm not sure, but if Goertzel was telling the truth, we should be on the right track. I don't remember this facility during my time on the Golem project.
Looks like some sort of helmet used for a goertzel-takeda consciousness test. Control panel. Displays conjure in the webwork of runes and symbols that could be abstract mathematical equations or hieroglyphics for all you know. Screen flickers to life as you touch it. As the center is a screen projecting a sort of virtual codex, written in archaic yet intelligible English. Cryptic images circumscribe the book on the left and right, arranged almost like a triptych painting for an altar. Okay, examine text. The screen reads the name of the primordial one, the blood of the prime mover, the mind of protege. The sum of these must be at hand, ye who would seek to enter the garden. Primordial one? We have protege must refer to Johnny. Blood of the primordial one, prime mover, I'm not sure. No, the blood we actually, of prime mover we actually have. The mind of protege we have. Name of the primordial one, Aleph? Those are the free super sentients, huh? Symbols are written below. Aleph, Mem Tav. Garden of Forking Paths is an enormous riddle or parable whose theme is time, said Albert. The Garden of Forking Paths is an incomplete, but not false, image of the universe as Sui Pen conceived it. In contrast to Newton and Schopenhauer, your ancestor did not believe in a uniform absolute time. He believed in an infinite series of times, in a growing, dizzying net of divergent, convergent, and parallel times. This network of times which approached one another, forked, broke off, or were unaware of one another for centuries, embraces all possibilities of time. We not exist in the majority of these times. In some you exist and not I. In others I and not you. In others both of us. In the present one, which a favorable fate has granted me, you have arrived at my house. In another, while crossing the garden, you found me dead. In still another, I heard these same words. I am a mistake, a ghost. George Louis Borges, The Garden of Forking Paths. Mem. The Maharal began to circle around the golem 7 times. Then, with one voice, all three recited a scriptural passage from Genesis 2:7, and he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Immediately, the golem opened his eyes and looked at the three men wonderingly. On the way home, the Maharal said to the golem, "Know that we have created you so you may protect the defenseless Jews against their enemies." Although the golem could not speak, for the power of speech is God's alone to give, he nonetheless understood what the Maharal had said to him. The Maharal ordered the golem to guard the ghetto of Prague like the apple of his eye, to roam all its streets at night and to be on the lookout against those who might wish to do evil to the Jews. And the golem did so. The golem of Prague. Tav. For seeing life is but a motion of limbs, beginning whereof is in some principle part within. Why may we not say that all automated engines that move themselves by springs and wheels as doth a watch have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as was intended by the artificer? Thomas Hobbes Leviathan. Okay, examine left image. Oh, there's a missing part.
Of course. I recognize these symbols. They were imprinted onto Dr. Goertzel's first successful post-human prototypes. Aleph, Mem, Tav. Together, the symbols read Emet, or truth.
Okay. That's one piece of the riddle solved. But seriously, that guy just died off so quickly without us really knowing what he was all about. Maybe we should have given him like a notepad. What's the right image? What? Death is the path to life. The blood? It looks like the same eye on the phone. Goertzel's blood worked. Blood of the prime mover, the creator. Of course, that's one piece of the riddle solved. Wait, I thought this blood belonged to... Borges. Weird. Okay, so protege. All right. Huh? Whoa. What is this shit even made of? Is it actually made of real flesh? It looks like there's people in there. More Neo Sentients?
Jesus. What the hell is that? It looks like a giant neural. It's like the mind of God himself.
This has to be it. The Garden of Forking Paths. We've done it.
Wait, so I'm supposed to be like God or Galactus now or something? I don't feel all divine and all powerful.
You're supposed to be able to alter reality itself using your mind. Just focus on a vision of resetting the world to normalcy.
Normalcy?
This is very similar to the Weave's intentions with pro language.
But, okay.
How do I what?
I'm trying, but nothing's happening.
I don't understand. We did everything the right way, just as Goertzel said.
Dying's quite a rush. You should try it sometime.
King Warren?
Okay, apparently this is the bottom answer is correct, but why is there everything in red? The coke jobs killed you.
Father? You died. General
I want to see all the wrong answers.
the G8 toast.
You pegged it on Walker, huh? That old war-slinging cowboy was always an easy scapegoat, reliable in his insanity. Nice try, but a bogey. Karl, come on, you're an honest-to-Bogart detective. You must have cracked this case by now.
Coke Jobs is your biggest family rival, so that's the obvious suspect. All of the Neofeudal Council would have had motive to knock you off the throne to usurp you, but nobody touched your chalice. No one but the Clington Bushmen.
You're getting warm, brother. Keep running with that plotline.
The only other who has chain of command over Fulcrum personnel is Sybil. But your death was a curveball to her own agenda.
Oh, I need some popcorn.
Strange. Okay, so it seems that the guide wants me to pick the last one without going through the other options. Because that's the correct choice, huh? I guess dying somehow gave him access to the forking paths. Weird. Okay, this time we're just going for choice 4 from the start.
The only plausible explanation is it was you. The king is his own kingslayer. You committed suicide by poisoning yourself.
All in one, you found the Maltese Falcon, detective. Unfortunately, you also found the Horus's talons. See, I knew I'd never convinced my uppity little Mother Teresa of a daughter here to hand over the key to the Garden of Forking Paths. I also knew that a unanimous vote to release that ultimate crown would never pass in the Neofeudal Council, because I would be the one in control and would start wiping my rivals off of the face of the planets one by one. A mental note, wipe rivals off of map later. I also had it from my CIA intelligence guys that Walker was planning a coup d'etat via all-out air assault and planted ground troops. Gotta give the guy credit, he knows how to put on a show. Now, I knew if I was mysteriously and publicly assassinated at the G8, Walker would immediately storm the fulcrum like the United States bombing an oil-rich Middle Eastern country, which would put all of the Council's head of corporate state in dire and possibly deadly straits. In which case, they'd be swimming for the nearest lifeboat like rats on the Titanic. If that meant unlocking the garden, then so be it. With your hated father dead, you, Sybil, would be happy to give the Council a bailout using your key. That is, Mr. Robot here, I suppose. Secret is, I had a poisoned tweet. The nano-deconstructor said to delay neural tissue breakdown to give me just enough time to remote download out of my dying body.
Into what? How do you know about our plot? But does that... No, don't tell me. Goertzel was working with you too? Bruh.
Into what?
Well, let's just say I'm post-geographical. I think Goertzel threw around the term discarnate. I'm a ghost in the machine, my friend. I'm one with the eye in the sky. See, I was there when Goertzel finished his masterwork, his personal Sistine Chapel. Beautiful, isn't it? But the little detail you all missed is that the key to the garden is separate from the throne of the garden. Goertzel resisted the idea, of course, knowing I'd be the one in the control seat, but 100 subjective years of transcranial neural torture will change a man's mind, even one as strong-willed as Goertzel.
So, no, he really did get to goertzel even before coke jobs, didn't he?
Your problem, my dear Sibs, is hubris. Runs in the family, I suppose. See, you thought you had a master plan airtight, but I've always been a step ahead. The eye of Horus sees all, darling. I know you don't believe me, but truly it pains me so to hear through a wiretap connection that my own daughter is plotting against me.
But how did you... The money. You buried a Trojan in the transfer.
You took the billions from me at the Oasis Country Club like you always do, taking Daddy's money.
You print that money out of thin air. But money's kind of a concept these days.
That's fiat money, printed out of thin air by your banking cartel.
Details. It's the principle of it, baby. You were my scion, the next in line for the throne.
You never would have given it up.
You never would have given it up. All you care about is yourself, your power, your dynasty.
You were my dynasty. You were my daughter, my flesh and blood. That's what a dynasty is. I could have given the world to you, Sybil, but now, as we say in politics, steps have been taken. Steps we can't untake. I guess that's the irony. I can alter reality itself, but I can't change you. It's just like my father always said when he was king. It's lonely at the top. Here, you can have front row seats to my new empire. You can watch my nation building.
No, he deleted us.
What's wrong with this picture? Oh yes, I need to be winning. Abracadabra. That's better.
He's picking a timeline where he won. Is that the Coke Jobs territory or something?
Warren just used the garden to annihilate the entire Coke Jobs Sky City.
Did you completely lose your marbles during that upload to the God computer? You just blew up an entire city full of people.
Technically, I simply swapped in a portion of parallel reality wherein the Coke Job Stratoplex accidentally has a nuclear meltdown. So you see, according to causality, the explosion was always going to happen in its own timeline. I'm not liable for any loss of life or property. It's just a matter of risk management, see? Walker should have taken out city owners' insurance.
But you made the risk of meltdown 99.999%. You weighted the dice in your favor, ensuring the destruction of your rival Neofeudal family.
Oh, come on, Sibs. Now you're just nitpicking with technicalities. Besides, this wouldn't be the first time the powerful have put their hand on the scale in their favor. You do it all the time, by giving defective evolutionary losers in the ghetto a chance to lead a healthy, productive life.
The Egalite Cooperative works to better the lives of all. You just destroyed thousands, maybe millions of lives to increase your own power.
Settle down, darling. You're overreacting now. Have you already forgotten that the Coke Jobs conducted a military strike against the Fulcrum and took the G8 hostage? That psycho General Walker declared war. It is the Coke Jobs military-industrial complex that was destroyed, after all. As I said, the Clayton-Bush dynasty under my leadership is the only thing that can bring stability and prosperity to the world. We are exceptional. We do not negotiate with terrorists like Walker.
You're insane! You've just destroyed the entire city-state of a major neo-feudal power. This could destabilize relations across the entire solar system. You might have just started World War IV.
And just as the Americans and Russians had mutually assured destruction during the Cold War, the Warren Doctrine will do it in one better. Unilaterally assured destruction. Any attempt to countermand my agenda or subvert my authority will be met with immediate and total oblivion. It will be a new, peaceful, golden age. I'm sorry, the truth is a cruel mistress, but you know I am right. Power is all there is. Those with the gold make the rules, and Clinton Bush has a monopoly position on the gold.
You forgetting one thing, bitch. All that glitters ain't always gold.
It's gonna break the machine somehow?
Ah, the low city's trash speaks. Goertzel must have truly lost his mind to put the key to the kingdom in a worthless tin can like you. Really, Sybil, all the low city franken freaks and junkbots can ever amount to is nothing. Welfare queens at best, suckling at the high city teat for an energy handout or free housing. And the majority? Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, like this metal thug here. All you do by trying to help them is prolong their pointless, miserable lives of squalor.
That's a whole zip freighter full of fucking bullshit. My maker, Doc Goertzel, he master planned your blingy sky cribs, your chrome warriors, even your god cannon here. And when you got what you wanted, you dumped the mega genius in a landfill, called him a conspiracy nut, a terrorist. You ain't about shit, bitch. You just a scrub, jacking the swagger of giants. Use the Steve Jobs, leeching screen time and dollars off the techno genius of Wozniak. Use a Kanye West, an Illuminati phony, getting rich and shitting all over the legacy of social conscious hip-hop like Public Enemy. You take people who make a difference, flock them over, and make a buck. Ha! Dog, you know what the funniest shizzle is? I used to thought getting the glitz and the bling and ices in my dope crystal sky crib and a fly-ass pop star diva bae was the life. $6 billion baller. Ha ha. Now I see what this high-town phony shit is about. Flack that shit. That was all flacking wishy-washy bullshit imagination dream shit. My pops was a flacking deadbeat. He was an asshole drug dealer with screws loose, narcissistic tendencies, all kind of other problems. But he was real. Realer than any of this fake-ass, shiny royal, discarbonated, soulless garbage.
Nice speech for a defective product. Prototype J13916. What are you going to do about it, boy?
I'ma do what he would've done. Get ready, yo, 'cause shit's about to get real.
My mind is bursting. Humanist insight. How is this possible?
Princess! Karl! You guys better bail! I don't know how long my Optimus Prime mode can hold back motherfucking Megatron here!
No, we're not leaving you, Proto.
Jobs, Christ, kid.
Go on, Karl! Go get your beats back! Live free or die hard! You flacking
God damn it, you little punk. Thank you, kid.
We're coming back for you, Proto. Maybe not in this time or this reality, but a princess always repays her debts.
Oh, and Karl!
Yeah?
You owe me a cigarette, bitch!
Enough! I am the master of the universe. I win. I always win.
using Shinra Tensei! No! We keep losing party members!
What's happening?
I don't know. The elevator just locked up all of a sudden.
Nothing's happening. The interface is malfunctioning.
Why are we on this floor?
I've got no idea. It's like the control's been overridden.
Princess Sybil?
Help us! The Coke jobs have taken over the fulcrum.
Princess Sybil, you were charged with treason for conspiring against King Warren Clinton Bush, CEO of the Clinton Bush Corporate State, and against the Neofeudal Council.
This is insanity.
You're also charged with war crimes in violation of the Geneva Convention. These include the use of nuclear weapons against civilian populations, an unwarranted slaughter of millions and the destruction of the Coke Job Stratoplex, and resulting collateral damage.
The destruction of the Coke Job Sky City was orchestrated by King Warren using the reality shaping device. He openly admitted it.
He has made an official statement to investigators naming you as the suspect. There is a preponderance of the evidence, including emails and security footage.
My father has the Garden of Forking Paths. He can manufacture all the evidence he wants with a mere thought.
Please come with us, Princess.
She's not going anywhere with you.
Oh shit, he's dead!
Your ammunition is ineffective against our universal reconstructors.
Karl, it's no use. We can't win this battle.
Come with us now.
Damn it. He said he wiretapped her, but is it possible that those guards she was with were the ones keeping track of her? I feel like that's more likely.
It's for you.
This is Carbon.
It seems that defective of yours disrupted my synaptic connection with the garden shortly before I tore him apart atom from atom.
Serves you right, you inhuman slime. Without your quantum magic wand, your all-powerful Wizard of Oz image turns out to be a shriveled little man behind the curtain. Once the rest of the Neofeudal Roundtable senses your weakness, they'll erase your digital existence like a private email server full of dirty laundry. You're finished.
Strong words for a failed detective, a failed husband, your poor wife.
What are you talking about? You don't know shit about me.
Oh, but I do, Karl. I own the police, the FBI, the CIA, remember? Got your case file here. You led quite an interesting life, Karl Carbon. One wife, one dependent, divorced.
Don't you talk about my family, you son of a bitch!
Or what? Are you going to arrest me? Punch me in the face? You're right, though. I won't talk about it. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
This way.
The hell? Captured ahead of time? Or maybe in another reality. Oh shit. That's my wife Jewel. That's my son Johnny. Same name as Johnny Silica. Huh. Are these the real ones or are they just clones? Who knows?
Jewel! Hello? Jewel, it's Karl!
She doesn't appear to hear you. Yeah, the glass is supposed to be special. Why can't she hear me?
Johnny! Hey, Johnny! It's Daddy!
Doesn't appear to hear you. Why can't you hear me?
Jewel? Johnny? Hey! Jewel! Johnny! Hey! It's Karl! It's Daddy!
What's happening, Mommy? It's cold in here, and I'm scared. I want to go home.
I'm not sure, baby. The policeman just said he had a few questions. I don't understand.
I want to go home.
I'm sorry, baby. It'll be alright. We'll get out of here soon, don't you worry.
Jewel, it's me. I'm right here. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Don't worry. Why can't they hear me? What have you done to them, you piece of shit?
I haven't done anything, yet. This cell is probably an improvement to their prior living conditions, actually.
Let them go. I'll kill you. I swear to jobs,
Oh, settle down, Karl. We're in High City now. No more barbarism. Let's have a civilized talk. Tell me, Karl, did you start cheating on your wife before or after you started shooting up the narcotics you were confiscating for the DEA?
Shut up! That's a lie. I never.
Your email and text message history say different. I've got a family picture here. Neo Waikiki. My, such a beautiful wife and a cute kid.
How did you get that picture?
To my superhero hubby, love, Jewel. Wow, Karl, you are a lucky man. Too bad you had to screw it all up.
It wasn't my fault.
You shot that innocent robot, Vatron Martin. Started the media fiasco.
I was under direct orders to shoot. I was framed, crucified.
The fall guy.
You pulled the trigger. You screwed up. Own up, Karl. Vatron Martin. Say his name.
I screwed up.
You were fired from CPD. Now Jewel and Johnny are living in Dickinston slum, barely getting by on food stamps. No healthcare for Johnny's multiple sclerosis.
I tried. I gave them all the savings, the pension. We sold our little one bedroom. I moved into a leaking flat in the slum. She wouldn't even talk to me. Got a job at Sentient Services, but that was barely enough to live on soyman noodles. I gave them everything.
Wasn't enough though, was it, Karl? You just couldn't make it as a provider. You're a failure as a husband, as a father, defective, an error. As failed as that rusty old arm of yours. Useless as this pitiful, half-baked egalite plot.
I screwed up. I screwed it all up. I'm so sorry.
I'll tell you what, Karl. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, help your family out. Give them the American dream. No, the Neofeudal dream. Your wife can live in High City, in the jeweled home of her choice. Johnny's illnesses can be wiped clean with nanomet tech. He can go to the best schools, be an architect, whatever he wants.
You can do that?
Of course I can. That's how Neofeudalism works. As long as you help me remain in power.
What do you want from me?
I just need you to take their place in a cell. Simple as that. Just do your hard time in the slammer. I read you grew up Catholic. Just call it penance for your sins. Reconciliation.
That's all? And my family is taken care of?
Absolutely. That's the deal. After all you put your family through, don't you owe it to them?
I'd be betraying Sybil, her revolution.
My daughter's liberal fantasies were doomed to failure from the start. She is in my custody now and cannot help you. If you attempt to speak to her, the deal is off.
Can I at least speak to my wife and son first?
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Right now, they have no idea what has transpired, and if they get wind of what has transpired here, they will have to be eliminated.
Okay, I need to think.
We don't have time, Karl. This has to happen now. As you said, my rivals will be coming for me. So, deal or no deal?
Okay, apparently your answer does not matter, but each choice will lead to a different outcome. So I'm gonna pick the one that seems like it's gonna be the worst choice. Agree. And they both have achievements.
Okay. I'll do it. Lock me up. Just get my family out of that cell and give them a better life.
Smart move, Karl. Smartest move of your life. Family is all that matters after all. Legacy, dynasty. You did the right thing.
Atonement. How does this play out? Will Warren break his promise and just chuck them out the window anyways?
Jewel, Johnny, I do this for you. Forgive me.
Huh? Does it matter which choice I made?
Karl.
I don't get to see the outcome of this choice.
Jewel and Johnny will have a chance. There's some solace in that. Irony is, I put dozens of slumbot kids and chimera junkies in prisons just like this one to meet an arrest quota, climbing the CPD ladder. I barely gave it a second thought, slapping the electrostatic cuffs on some minority species kid in a hoodie. Poetic justice is funny like that. I wonder if Dr. Goertzel spent the last of his Golem project days chained up in a cell like this one. I suppose King Warren will keep me on ice down here indefinitely, an asset awaiting liquidation. Still, one piece of the jigsaw that doesn't add up. Why would Warren even bother keeping me around? If he has Sybil in custody, the Coke job's entire flying Pentagon a radioactive wreck. Unless I'm being saved as some sort of bargaining chip. To bargain with who? Hey, what was that?
Where the hell is that? Okay, I'm gonna reload real quick. Pick the other choice. Okay, I say what if I refuse?
Never. You're a master manipulator and you're just using my family to move me like a chess piece on your board. Well, I won't be the pawn of a king anymore.
Karl, I'm disappointed. An idealistic hero wannabe to the bitter end. Fine. If you want to martyr yourself and your family for some imaginary greater good, so be it.
So, okay, so he knocks me out, but what happens to his family after that? That's the real question.
It's over, Karl. At least Jewel and Johnny will have a chance. There's some solace.
Why is the dialogue the same? Yeah, the dialogue afterwards is exactly the same. Like, what the fuck? That's a disappointment. Looks like a drain. Increase it in case the plumbing backs up. Or if one of the transhuman experiment subjects tries to end their nightmarish torture existence by slitting their own wrists with a shank. This opening probably helps get rid of the blood for easy cleanup. Smartly fluffy pillow, not screwed down, like virtually everything else in the cell. The CCTV looks like it's going schizophrenic, or am I the one losing my head? Maybe the tech is bugged. You know, for a multi-quadrillion-dollar corporate state empire, Clinton Bush seems to be really cheapskating on their infrastructure. Fluorescent light. The sink. It's important to stay hydrated while being indefinitely detained with no hope of a hearing or trial in a top-secret malicious eugenics laboratory. Standard issue prison toilet. I could brew some prison moonshine to drown my sorrows, but the meal plan at this prison consists of single-celled protein infused with aminos, vitamins, and minerals. Nothing I can make pruno out of. A fairly standard issue wall-mounted bed. I didn't have time to pocket any shanks on the way in, and the FBI androids frisked me just before tossing me in here. The prison bed is actually more comfortable than the shrink-wrapped bundle of foam-packing peanuts I sleep on at home. It has some sort of mimetic polystyrofoam in it or something. Nothing useful for escaping a prison cell, unfortunately. Oh, I can climb on the bed now. Yeah, this camera is definitely glitching out. Better not mess with it Don't want to get beaten to a pulp by a nightstick for messing with their panopticon. Wait, what? The camera stopped moving. What the? Did I break it? Oh, fuck. Wait, now they're moving again. What? It seems like they're... Is this some kind of Morse code thing? What? What the hell's going on? It's almost like the cameras are dancing, moving some sort of pattern. Maybe if I could decode it.
Yes, that's it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
That sounds so familiar. Where do I remember that from? The motion of the ocean, the code for hacking the Gibson, the secret joystick combo for the Cyberkiller Deathgasm game, the secret passphrase on my offshore Cayman Island account where I have billions of dollars, the Konami code. Of course, that's the Konami cheat code I used in the SpaceX to get infinite lives and promote nucleonic missiles to defeat Detective Hoyt in the arcade.
Hold on a second. Did those cameras just nod at me?
Huh?
Oh god. Now I'm really going insane. They must have spiked the tap water with some super LSD psychotropic drugs. I'm gonna be another hallucinogen overdose experiment of the modern MK Ultra project. I'm gonna turn out like that blue screen junkie robo-freak Gibson. Okay, if I'm really speaking to a spirit or a ghost or whatever, just nod once for yes, two for no. Alright. If you're out there, are you here to help? I guess that's better than the alternative, assuming you're telling the truth. Is there a way for you to show yourself? Guess whatever it is, it's non-corporeal. So much for handshakes. Can we communicate directly somehow? Do you need like a radio or a TV or some other electronics to communicate? Like in that supernatural horror movie by Sheen and Spielberg, Ghoster Heist? It looks like the entity is pointing to the right camera.
So, a digital ghost? Okay, so that's why they still let me have this device. Maybe I can use my parabolic mic to amplify the faint audio.
Huh? Looks like the little piezoelectric microphone on this camera is trying to talk to me. Either that or solitary confinement is causing hallucinations. What? Now I'm really losing.
Goertzel?
God?
I said, this is Proto. Got a jailbreak out of this, Karl. You deaf motherfucker.
Proto? Proto? Is that really you? How do I know this isn't another one of Warren's mind games?
Cause only I knows your secret identity, Bruce Willis.
Ha ha ha! You goddamn crazy Chrome boy! It is you! Where are you? We saw you obliterated, erased from the universe by Warren.
He only thought he erased me, but all he did was I can't explain this paranormal shit, but I'm jacked in.
Proto? Jacked in? Into what?
He's like Mega Man EXE.
Everything, Tom. I'm all up in that Nirvana, his house. Third eye open and shit. It's beautiful, Tom.
I'm not sure I get the metaphysical ramifications of this. I've got a few questions. So what's the game plan now?
I ain't sure myself if I still has a self, but my Wi-Fi connection to this world, I'm operating at 1 out of 5 bars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't at full strength, can see Warren is still out there, in the voodoo underworld, or whatevs. And I can see the garden. I'm jamming his connection to the garden, but it's sapping all my mind mojo, my sentient swagger. But if we work together, the Eagle Latte Competent.
Egalite Cooperative?
Pardon my French. Yeah, if you can be the Chewie to my Han Solo, I think we can teamwork this bitch and put the beat down on one.
Just what I wanted to hear. Except, come on, kid. I'm obviously Han, and you're Luke at best.
Yeah, fine, old man. First things first. I can't actually poltergeist shit around, move stuff on the physical plane or whatnot. Only connection I have is through electronics. The digital, seems like.
Wait, what about his arm?
Well, can you just get into the Fulcrum network and open the cell door or something?
I can't get the door open, unfortunately. Fulcrum security is tight as an X-800's lug nuts. The door won't open without authorized guards with hands on the handle.
Some sort of DNA locked double redundancy requiring a physical presence. Probably to defend against a cyber attack opening all the cell doors and starting a riot.
Yeah, so no Emancipation Proclamation for the jailbirds. That means you're gonna have to figure some way to get them guards down here and open your door.
Okay, then once the guards are in, what next? They disabled all my weapons. I'll just get the crap beat out of me.
I got a plan. Just see if you can get the cell floor covered in water before they enter.
Covered in water? How do I do that?
Improvise, dog. You beat cops is good at that, right? Oh, and don't be touching the floor when the guards are in.
Okay. I think I have a vague idea where this is going. I'm on it.
It's gonna be tough. An action sequence. Cover floor in water, get a security into my cell. Let's do this. Okay, jump off. Get down from bed. There we go. Pick a pillow. Okay. Should be able to cut a small piece of off the pillow. There we go. Pillow fragment added to inventory. Okay. Pillow fragment is small enough to plug the drain, I think. Okay, sink is all plugged up. We use this here. Should be able to stuff this in the drain. The big pillow into the drain, the little one into the sink, huh? Okay, the drain's plugged. Let's try to pass it again. This better work. Okay, if the $6 billion baller is up to what I think he is, this should be enough of a tight pull for his scheme. Now I have to figure out a way to get the security in here. Do I even have any power left in here? I could probably get the electric barbs of the taser gem that cracked. The taser nanotube is supposed to have 10 times the tensile strength of spider silk. I just wrapped the wire around my neck and jump. After guards open the door and Protege takes care of them, I just step back on the bed. No problemo, assuming I don't screw up some of everybody or get stuck, and I'll be dead of asphyxiation in a few minutes. Oh well, I've made peace with this abysmal, insane world.
Time to die.
What? The door is outside.
We've
Okay.
got to keep the asset alive, or Warren will recycle us.
Looks like the super agents aren't lightning proof. Nice job, Proto. That was close. Better get out of here while I can. Oh, here we go. Pistol and phone added to inventory. Finger on the dead body. Maybe I can borrow just borrow his hand. It's gonna be gross, but I should be able to pull that trick from that 127 hours movie. Hand added to inventory. Okay. Where does family go? Oh shoot. Johnny and Joel were in the cell last. Perhaps they were moved. Phone's ringing.
Hello?
Good news, yo. Looks like I'm all up in the interwebs now, dawg. Unlimited text, data, calls, all for the low, low price of disembodimentation.
Proto? That's great. Where's my family? I've got to find them.
What?
Warren said he would protect them.
Sorry, Carl. I got panorama vision of all this crib's cameras, but I don't see your folks nowhere in the Big Brother machine, and they ain't in the database, far as I know. They's MIA.
Son of a bitch. Warren must have been lying to me the whole time. He was never gonna help Johnny.
But I refused
That psycho
in this
ain't
timeline.
gonna be iced, for real. Yo, I got it. There might still be a way to save your boo and Shorty, Carl. But we gotta stop Warren and take back the Garden of Porcupines and shit.
The Garden of Forking Paths. Yeah, you're right, Proto. That's the only way out of this. If you can commandeer the reality maker, anything could be possible.
First, we gotta jailbreak Princess. She's down at the end of this floor.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
So there's follow-up for them, huh? Appears to be a self-contained Klingon bush agents. Perhaps these are Sybil's men. Why else would King Oran lock them up? So these two actually chose to follow Sybil out of their own free will? Huh, interesting. I thought they would have betrayed her, but I guess not. It's Princess Sybil. Now we've just gotta get her out of the cell. Princess Sybil is locked up in a cell. The wall seems to be made of some sort of super hard unidirectional sapphire glass. Light and sound can't be transmitted inward, so the prisoner cannot see or hear outside observers no matter the lighting conditions. That means I can't communicate with her directly, but if I could figure out some way to get this door open... Probably not a good idea.
Carl? I thought we were finished.
If it wasn't for that crazy, self-sacrificing Chrome Boy, we would be. I guess the $6 billion baller is living up to the hype.
What? Proto J is alive?
Yes, or sort of. Depends on your metaphysical, philosophical worldview, I think. No time to explain now. We need to stop your father.
You're right. Let's go.
The agents? Spirit glass is bulletproof, so that's not gonna help.
Wait! These must be my neural unlocked Egalite cooperative agents. I saw them being thrown into this cell earlier.
Neural unlocked?
That confirms it then. We better jailbreak these guys. They can pass for Warren's men. Double agents would be invaluable in our current situation.
See, it automatically frees them if you get close to the cell.
Your Highness, how did you...
No time to explain now. We have to put an end to my father's reign of terror.
Of course, Your Highness.
How would you convince these two to side with you? Huh. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Neofeud. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.